So happy to join back with you folks at the next part, maybe the last part. Like I have told you. Okay, so you have to solve a crossword, right? If you want to find out the answer, you have to solve it. So solve, it is a word we have to fill in. So solve is to find out the answer to a problem or a puzzle or a crossword. Figure it out. Sherlock Holmes used logic to solve crimes. Right. Verb. So it is a verb. Okay, so Sherlock Holmes used logic to solve crimes. Okay, do we need to put ed or put verb ing or to form it into any form or any word else? No, because 2 plus infinitive, so we don't need to do any more. So we have finished number 3. Move to number 4. Okay, so let me do this for you. Wait for a moment. Okay, so I have input some of these words for you. Okay, so we have already got realize. Okay, realize. What else? Memorize. What else? Solve. We have done solve. Okay, so we still remain the conclude, down, recall, recognize, remind. I'll do that for you so that you could easily choose the answer, put in the correct blank. Number 4. Blah blah blah. To think of something is unlikely or untrue. Okay, unlikely or untrue. Remember, we had a story we have read. It is about Emily's story. In the Emily story part, the doctors thought that the stories of Emily was telling, it is untrue. So we have a word to describe the untrue. What is it? Do you guys remember it? It is doubt. Doubt means it is untrue, unlikely or untrue. No. What is it? Nghi ngờ. Yes, nghi ngờ. Doubt means nghi ngờ, unlikely or untrue. So we'll put doubt. Many doctors doubt that the stories of Emily is untrue. So I visited Naomi, but I blah blah blah, she will come. So we'll put doubt. So do we have to form in any different form else? No, because it is present simple. Okay, so number 5 will still remain conclude, recall, recognize, and remind. Okay, number 5, to remember. So about Dr. Corkin. Dr. Corkin thought that at the last paragraph of Henry's story, they went to the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Okay, they went to that, and Dr. Corkin asked Mr. Henry, "Do you remember where they were going?" And Henry said that, "Yes, I do. I do remember it." And is at MIT, and Dr. Corkin was really shocked. How did you remember that? Because there is a guy wearing the MIT sweatshirt. Dr. Corkin thought that he recalled his memory. So recall means remember, to remember. Okay, I'm sure we have met, but I can't recall where or when. Means I cannot remember. I cannot remember where we have met. Okay. Number 6. To make somebody. A verb. To make somebody remember something is to remind them. Okay, so this word, it is really easy. Remind. Nhắc cho người ta nhớ lại. It is a verb. Please remind me to send a card to my mother. Okay, so we have put remind. So we only have conclude and recognize. Conclude and recognize. To know that something or someone else is familiar. I blah 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 his face, but I cannot remember his name. So you remember his face. You can think of his face. I have met this guy, but I cannot remember his name. So I recognize. Tôi nhận ra là tôi thấy mặt ổng mà tôi không nhớ tên ổng. Okay? Recognize. I recognize his face, but I cannot remember his name. So I recognize is his face, but I cannot remember his name. Number 8, it is the last word. What it will be? The conclude. Conclude, okay? Conclude. Conclude, it is a verb, means to come to the decision based on the facts. The police examine the scene and conclude. But wait, examine, ed, means past simple. So conclude, we'll put concluded, okay? So this has been the our episode of Learning English with Phú Sĩ. Thank you so much for joining with us. Thank you so much for joining with us this lesson, and I hope you guys will review the Unit 2E, amnesia, okay? And the vocabularies, those are really important. And remember to tune in our tomorrow's lesson at 7:30 p.m. on Facebook page. We'll talk about narrating events. We'll do a speaking part. What is it about? We'll find out tomorrow night on our show. So thank you so much for tuning in. Goodbye and good night. See you tomorrow night.